The Chimor Empire, situated along the northern coast of present-day Peru, thrived as a prominent pre-Columbian civilization from approximately 900 AD to 1470 AD. Stretching across the Moche and Lambayeque Valleys, its heartland encompassed the fertile Chicama and Moche River basins, where its capital city of Chan Chan stood as a testament to its grandeur. This expansive territory, bordered by the Pacific Ocean to the west and the Andes Mountains to the east, provided fertile lands crucial for the empire's agricultural productivity and strategic positioning for maritime trade. Understanding the Chimor Empire elucidates the intricate interplay between coastal settlements and highland communities, highlighting the diverse strategies of resource management and cultural exchange that characterized ancient Andean societies. By exploring its rise, flourishing period, and eventual integration into the Inca Empire, we uncover not only the achievements of a remarkable civilization but also the enduring legacies that continue to resonate in modern-day Peru and beyond. The roots of the Chimor Empire trace back to the rich cultural tapestry of ancient Peru, particularly the Moche civilization that flourished between 100 AD and 800 AD along the northern coast. Known for their sophisticated irrigation systems, monumental adobe pyramids, and intricate ceramics, the Moche people laid the groundwork for subsequent civilizations in the region. Around 850 AD, the Moche culture began to fragment due to climatic shifts and political instability. From this fragmentation emerged smaller polities, one of which eventually coalesced into the Chimor state. The Chimor Empire itself emerged around 900 AD, integrating and expanding upon the cultural and technological advancements of its predecessors, particularly the Moche. The political structure of the Chimor Empire was characterized by a centralized state authority centered in its capital, Chan Chan. At the apex of Chimor society was the Chimú, or ruler, who wielded supreme political and religious authority. This centralized authority allowed for efficient administration of the empire's vast territories and facilitated the implementation of ambitious architectural and infrastructural projects. Society within the Chimor Empire was hierarchical, with distinct social classes that included nobles, artisans, and laborers. The nobility enjoyed privileged status, serving as administrators, military leaders, and custodians of religious traditions. Artisans played a crucial role in producing exquisite textiles, ceramics, and metalwork that adorned elite tombs and ceremonial sites, showcasing the empire's cultural sophistication. Early societal organization revolved around agriculture, particularly the cultivation of maize, cotton, and beans, supported by an extensive network of irrigation canals and terraced fields. This agricultural foundation not only sustained urban populations but also fueled economic activities such as trade and tribute collection from outlying regions. The transition from fragmented Moche polities to the unified Chimor state marked a pivotal moment in Andean history, reflecting both continuity and innovation in governance, societal organization, and cultural expression. As the Chimor Empire expanded its influence and consolidated power, it set the stage for subsequent developments that would shape the course of Andean civilizations for centuries to come. The Chimor Empire's expansionist policies were underpinned by robust military strategies aimed at consolidating control over neighboring territories and integrating diverse cultural groups into its administrative framework. Central to Chimor military prowess were well-trained armies equipped with weapons such as spears, clubs, and slings, supported by logistical systems capable of sustaining prolonged campaigns. Expansion efforts were driven by both economic imperatives, such as access to fertile agricultural lands and valuable resources, and strategic considerations to secure trade routes along the Pacific coast. The Chimor Empire's military campaigns extended its influence southward into the Nazca region and northward towards the Lambayeque Valley, where it encountered and absorbed local populations, incorporating their traditions and labor forces into the empire. At the heart of Chimor governance was a highly centralized administrative structure designed to exert control over its expansive territories. The empire was divided into administrative units known as wamani, each governed by provincial administrators appointed by the Chimú ruler. These administrators, often drawn from the nobility, oversaw tax collection, resource allocation, and enforcement of imperial decrees within their respective jurisdictions. Local administration relied on a tiered system of officials responsible for managing agricultural production, overseeing public works projects, and maintaining social order. Administrative centers, strategically located throughout the empire, facilitated communication and coordination between provincial authorities and the central government in Chan Chan. Chan Chan, situated near modern-day Trujillo on the northern coast of Peru, served as the political, economic, and cultural epicenter of the Chimor Empire. Spanning approximately 20 square kilometers, Chan Chan was the largest adobe city in the ancient world, showcasing the empire's architectural prowess and organizational sophistication. As the seat of Chimú power, Chan Chan housed the palaces of successive Chimú rulers, administrative offices, ceremonial plazas, and artisan workshops. The city's layout, characterized by intricate networks of walled compounds known as citadels, reflected hierarchical divisions within Chimor society, with the innermost citadels reserved for elite residences and ceremonial activities. Economically, Chan Chan thrived as a hub of trade and commerce, facilitated by its strategic location along maritime trade routes connecting coastal settlements with inland communities. The city's markets bustled with activity, exchanging agricultural products, textiles, ceramics, and precious metals with neighboring polities and distant regions across the Andean landscape. The Chimor Empire's economic prosperity was underpinned by innovative agricultural practices and a robust foundation of resource management. Situated in the fertile coastal valleys of northern Peru, the empire capitalized on an intricate system of irrigation canals, terraced fields, and agricultural experimentation to sustain its burgeoning population. Key agricultural innovations included the cultivation of maize, cotton, beans, and squash, crops that thrived in the region's diverse microclimates. The introduction of advanced irrigation techniques enabled year-round cultivation and surplus production, supporting urban growth, trade networks, and centralized governance. Agricultural surplus served as the economic backbone of the Chimor Empire, facilitating state-sponsored construction projects, military expeditions, and the redistribution of resources through tribute and taxation systems. This agricultural abundance also fostered specialization in craft production, particularly in urban centers like Chan Chan, where skilled artisans produced ceramics, textiles, and metalwork of exceptional quality. Maritime trade played a pivotal role in the Chimor Empire's economic expansion and cultural exchange. Extending along the Pacific coast of South America, Chimor merchants navigated well-established trade routes that linked coastal settlements with highland communities and distant regions such as Ecuador and Central America. At the heart of Chimor trade were key commodities such as textiles, ceramics, precious metals, gold and silver, and marine resources, e.g., fish and shellfish. Trade exchanges facilitated the diffusion of technological innovations, artistic styles, and religious practices, enriching the empire's cultural tapestry and reinforcing its diplomatic alliances with neighboring polities. Metals and textiles played integral roles in the Chimor economy, symbolizing social status, religious significance, and economic wealth. Skilled metallurgists crafted intricate gold and silver ornaments, ceremonial objects, and tools, showcasing the empire's mastery of metallurgical techniques and artistic craftsmanship. Textiles, produced primarily from cotton fibers, represented another cornerstone of Chimor material culture. Weavers, predominantly women, created textiles of varying complexity and symbolism, ranging from everyday garments to elaborate ceremonial attire worn by elite members of Chimor society. These textiles not only served as practical items of clothing but also functioned as markers of identity, social hierarchy, and cultural prestige. The production and exchange of metals and textiles were regulated by state-controlled workshops and artisan guilds based in urban centers like Chan Chan. The surplus production of these luxury goods bolstered the empire's economic resilience, facilitated long-distance trade relations, and contributed to the maintenance of political stability and social cohesion within Chimor society. The Chimor Empire was characterized by a hierarchical social structure that reflected divisions in wealth, power, and social status. At the pinnacle of Chimor society were the ruling elite, including the Chimú ruler, Chimú, and noble families who held political authority, administered justice, and oversaw religious rituals. The elite class lived in elaborate compounds within the inner citadels of Chan Chan and enjoyed access to luxury goods, fine textiles, and precious metals as symbols of their status. Beneath the elite were skilled artisans who played crucial roles in producing ceramics, textiles, and metalwork that adorned elite tombs, ceremonial sites, and everyday items. Artisans, organized into specialized guilds and workshops, demonstrated exceptional craftsmanship and artistic innovation, contributing to the cultural vibrancy and material wealth of the empire. Laborers constituted the majority of the Chimor population, engaged primarily in agricultural labor, construction projects, and domestic service. While laborers lacked the social privileges and material comforts afforded to the elite and artisans, they formed the backbone of the empire's economic productivity and societal stability, contributing to communal welfare through collective labor and tribute obligations. Gender roles within Chimor society were largely structured along complementary lines, where men and women contributed distinctively to economic, social, and religious spheres. Men typically engaged in agricultural work, artisanal production, and military service, assuming leadership roles within their households and communities. Women played essential roles in domestic management, childcare, and textile production, demonstrating expertise in weaving intricate patterns and designs that conveyed cultural identity and familial lineage. Family structure was patriarchal, with households organized around extended kinship networks and communal obligations. Marriage alliances facilitated social mobility and political alliances among elite families, reinforcing hierarchical divisions while promoting stability and cohesion within Chimor society. Ceremonial rituals and communal celebrations marked life transitions, honoring ancestors and deities through offerings of food, textiles, and precious objects crafted by skilled artisans. Religious beliefs and practices held central importance in Chimor society, influencing governance, social organization, and cultural expression. Shamans, revered spiritual intermediaries, played pivotal roles in communicating with supernatural forces, interpreting celestial omens, and facilitating rituals that ensured agricultural fertility, military success, and communal prosperity. Shamanic practices were imbued with symbolism and ritualistic performances, embodying spiritual beliefs in the cyclical rhythms of nature and cosmic order. Religious centers, such as temples and ceremonial plazas within Chan Chan and other urban settlements, served as focal points for communal worship, sacrificial offerings, and ritualistic ceremonies honoring deities associated with water, fertility, and ancestral lineage. Elaborate burial practices underscored beliefs in an afterlife journey, with elite tombs containing lavish grave goods, precious metals, and ceremonial textiles that affirmed social status and spiritual continuity beyond death. The Chimor Empire is celebrated for its distinctive artistic style, characterized by intricate designs, geometric patterns, and symbolic motifs that adorned monumental architecture, ceramics, textiles, and metalwork. Central to Chimú art was its emphasis on abstraction and stylization, conveying spiritual beliefs, mythological narratives, and socio-political ideologies through visual expression. Chan Chan, the imperial capital of the Chimor Empire, exemplifies the empire's architectural prowess. Constructed entirely of adobe, Chan Chan's urban layout consisted of expansive walled compounds known as citadels, each containing ceremonial plazas, administrative offices, and residential quarters for elite rulers. The city's architectural design emphasized hierarchical divisions, with labyrinthine passageways, intricate friezes, and ornate reliefs depicting deities, warriors, and mythical creatures that symbolized cosmic order and imperial authority. Chimú artisans excelled in ceramic production, creating distinctive vessels, figurines, and effigies adorned with intricate designs and vibrant polychrome colors. Ceramic motifs often depicted scenes from daily life, religious ceremonies, and mythological narratives, offering insights into Chimú cosmology and societal values. Metalwork, particularly gold and silver artifacts, showcased advanced metallurgical techniques and intricate craftsmanship, producing ornamental objects, ritual implements, and personal adornments that affirmed social status and spiritual significance within Chimor society. Ceramic production was a hallmark of Chimú craftsmanship, reflecting technical innovation, artistic ingenuity, and cultural sophistication within Andean ceramics. Chimú potters employed distinctive techniques such as mold making, slip painting, and burnishing to create vessels of various shapes and sizes, ranging from utilitarian wares to elaborate ceremonial offerings. Chimú ceramics are renowned for their fine craftsmanship and meticulous attention to detail. Vessels often featured elaborate relief decorations, geometric patterns, and narrative scenes that depicted mythological figures, celestial motifs, and ritualistic practices associated with agricultural fertility and ancestral reverence. Ceramic styles varied regionally across the Chimor Empire, reflecting local traditions, regional identities, and artistic innovations that flourished within urban centers and rural communities alike. Symbolism played a crucial role in Chimú ceramic art, conveying cultural beliefs, religious rituals, and socio-political ideologies through visual representation. Common motifs included zoomorphic designs, anthropomorphic figures, and abstract patterns that symbolized cosmic forces, natural elements, and ancestral lineage within Andean cosmology. Ceramics served not only as functional vessels for storage and consumption but also as ceremonial objects imbued with spiritual significance and communal identity within Chimú society. Chimú culture preserved its history and mythological narratives through oral traditions, storytelling, and ceremonial performances that transmitted knowledge, wisdom, and ancestral teachings across generations. While Chimú civilization did not develop a written script like their contemporaries in Mesoamerica, literary traditions were upheld through mnemonic devices, oral recitations, and ritualistic chants that celebrated communal achievements, revered ancestral spirits, and commemorated mythological heroes. Elders, shamans, and community leaders played pivotal roles in preserving oral histories, recounting foundational myths, historical events, and genealogical lineages that connected present-day communities with their ancestral past. Oral narratives conveyed moral lessons, cultural values, and spiritual insights that shaped Chimú identity and reinforced collective memory within Andean societies. The decline of the Chimor Empire stemmed from a confluence of internal challenges and external pressures that gradually eroded its political stability, economic resilience, and social cohesion over time. Environmental factors. Environmental degradation, including recurring El Niño events and prolonged droughts, destabilized agricultural productivity and undermined the empire's capacity to sustain its growing population and urban centers. Erosion of coastal soils and depletion of freshwater resources further exacerbated food shortages and economic hardships within Chimor society. Internal strife and political instability. Internal divisions among regional elites, administrative corruption, and succession disputes weakened centralized authority and fragmented imperial governance. Factional rivalries and power struggles within Chan's ruling elite undermined cohesive leadership and compromised the empire's ability to respond effectively to external threats and internal dissent. Economic disruptions. Disruptions in maritime trade networks, exacerbated by piracy and competition from emerging regional powers, curtailed commercial revenues and disrupted tributary flows essential for state-sponsored projects and military campaigns. Economic downturns, coupled with inflationary pressures and resource mismanagement, strained imperial resources and strained social relations within Chimor society. The rise of the Inca Empire in the Central Andes posed a formidable challenge to Chimor hegemony and territorial integrity during the late 15th century. Under the leadership of Pachacuti Inca Yupanqui, the Inca Empire expanded aggressively, incorporating neighboring polities, consolidating military alliances, and harnessing superior military tactics to project imperial authority across the Andean landscape. Military campaigns and conquest. Inca military campaigns, spearheaded by seasoned generals such as Tupac Inca Yupanqui, targeted strategic territories along the northern coast of Peru, including Chimor heartlands. Inca forces employed combined arms tactics, utilizing infantry, cavalry, and siege warfare techniques to besiege fortified cities like Chan Chan and neutralize Chimor resistance. The Incas' systematic conquest of coastal settlements and hinterland regions culminated in the subjugation of Chimor territories and the incorporation of Chimú elites into the Inca administrative hierarchy. Integration and assimilation. Despite initial resistance, Chimú elites and skilled artisans were gradually assimilated into the Inca Empire's administrative apparatus, contributing their expertise in metallurgy, ceramics, and textile production to Inca imperial projects and state-sponsored rituals. The integration of Chimor cultural traditions, religious practices, and architectural styles into Inca urban planning and ceremonial architecture facilitated the continuity of Andean cultural heritage and reinforced imperial legitimacy throughout the Inca Empire's expansive realm. The legacy of Chimor culture within the Inca Empire underscores the enduring impact of Andean civilizations on the cultural, artistic, and architectural development of pre-Columbian South America. Artistic and architectural influence. Chimú artistic styles, characterized by intricate geometric patterns, stylized motifs, and architectural innovations such as adobe construction techniques and urban planning principles, permeated Inca artistic production and urban design. Chan Chan's monumental citadels and ceremonial plazas served as architectural templates for Inca imperial cities like Cusco and Machu Picchu, blending regional architectural traditions with imperial innovations to create enduring symbols of Inca political authority and cultural prestige. Technological exchange and innovation. Chimor metallurgical expertise in gold and silver crafting, ceramic production techniques, and agricultural innovations influenced Inca statecraft, economic policies, and religious practices. Inca rulers, recognizing the strategic value of incorporating Chimor technological innovations and artistic achievements into imperial projects, promoted cultural syncretism and cross-cultural exchange that fostered mutual respect, artistic collaboration, and economic prosperity throughout the Inca Empire's diverse provinces. Cultural continuity and resilience. The incorporation of Chimor cultural legacies into Inca cosmology, religious rituals, and administrative governance ensured the preservation and adaptation of Andean cultural traditions across successive generations. Inca rulers, mindful of the importance of cultural continuity and social cohesion within their vast imperial realm, promoted bilingualism, religious syncretism, and cultural pluralism that fostered mutual understanding, cultural diversity, and territorial unity throughout the Andean region. Archaeological excavations at Chan Chan and other significant Chimor sites have provided invaluable insights into the political organization, architectural achievements, artistic traditions, and daily life of the Chimor Empire. Chan Chan. Excavations at Chan Chan, located near modern-day Trujillo on the northern coast of Peru, have revealed a vast complex of adobe palaces, administrative centers, ceremonial plazas, and residential quarters that exemplify Chimor urban planning and architectural ingenuity. Archaeologists have documented intricate wall reliefs, geometric patterns, and sculptural motifs depicting mythological figures, marine life, and ceremonial processions that offer glimpses into Chimor cosmology, religious beliefs, and statecraft. Other major sites. Beyond Chan Chan, archaeological investigations have focused on other prominent Chimor sites such as Huaca del Sol and Huaca de la Luna in the Moche Valley, where monumental adobe pyramids, elite tombs, and ritualistic platforms attest to the region's cultural complexity and religious symbolism. Excavations at these sites have uncovered ceramic vessels, textiles, metal artifacts, and human burials adorned with lavish grave goods that illuminate societal hierarchies, funerary practices, and artistic traditions prevalent within Chimor society. Modern archaeology has revolutionized our understanding of the Chimor Empire by integrating multidisciplinary approaches, advanced scientific techniques, and collaborative research initiatives that transcend national boundaries and disciplinary boundaries. Technological innovations. archaeological methods such as ground-penetrating radar, GPR, lidar, light detection and ranging, and aerial drone surveys have facilitated non-invasive mapping of ancient settlements, irrigation systems, and agricultural terraces that underpin Chimor urbanism and ecological sustainability. High-resolution imaging technologies and 3D modeling have enabled virtual reconstructions of archaeological sites, enhancing public engagement and educational outreach efforts aimed at preserving cultural heritage and promoting sustainable tourism. Interdisciplinary research. Interdisciplinary collaborations between archaeologists, historians, anthropologists, and indigenous communities have fostered cross-cultural dialogue, community engagement, and knowledge exchange that prioritize indigenous perspectives, oral histories, and traditional ecological knowledge systems within Andean landscapes. Ethnoarchaeological studies, ethnobotanical research, and geochemical analyses of ancient artifacts have enriched our understanding of pre-Columbian lifeways, cultural resilience, and adaptive strategies that shaped Andean civilizations over millennia. International conservation efforts, spearheaded by UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, and other heritage preservation organizations, have prioritized the protection, restoration, and sustainable management of Chimor archaeological sites threatened by climate change, urban development, looting, and illicit trafficking of cultural artifacts. Collaborative initiatives between governmental agencies, academic institutions, and local communities aim to mitigate anthropogenic impacts, promote cultural stewardship, and safeguard tangible and intangible heritage for future generations. Urban expansion, infrastructure projects, and tourism development in Peru's coastal regions exert pressure on Chimor archaeological sites, leading to encroachment, looting, and illicit excavations that threaten archaeological context, artifact provenance, and cultural patrimony. Regulatory frameworks, community-based monitoring programs, and public awareness campaigns seek to mitigate land use conflicts, promote sustainable tourism practices, and empower local stakeholders in cultural heritage management and conservation efforts. Chimor artistic styles, characterized by geometric motifs, stylized representations of fauna and flora, and intricate ceramic designs, influenced artistic production throughout the Andean region. Inca architects incorporated adobe construction techniques, urban planning principles, and monumental architecture from Chan Chan into imperial cities such as Cusco and Machu Picchu, blending regional architectural traditions with imperial innovations to create enduring symbols of Inca political authority and cultural prestige. Chimor metallurgical expertise in gold and silver crafting, ceramic production techniques, and agricultural innovations facilitated technological exchange and innovation within Andean civilizations. Inca rulers, recognizing the strategic value of incorporating Chimor technological achievements into statecraft and economic policies, promoted cultural syncretism and cross-cultural exchange that fostered mutual understanding, cultural diversity, and territorial unity throughout the Andean region. Chimor maritime trade networks, facilitated by strategic coastal settlements and commercial hubs along the Pacific coast, expanded economic horizons and cultural exchange within the Andean world. Inca administrators integrated Chimor tributary systems, agricultural surpluses, and artisanal production into state-sponsored projects and economic strategies that sustained imperial expansion, facilitated long-distance trade relations, and promoted regional integration across diverse ecological zones and ethnic groups. Peruvian artists, artisans, and cultural practitioners draw inspiration from Chimor artistic traditions, incorporating geometric patterns, symbolic motifs, and naturalistic themes into contemporary artworks, ceramics, textiles, and jewelry. Cultural festivals, public exhibitions, and educational programs celebrate Chimor heritage, promoting cultural pride, intergenerational knowledge transmission, and community cohesion that reaffirm the significance of Andean cultural identity within global artistic movements. Chimor cultural diversity, manifested in linguistic diversity, artistic expressions, and religious practices, enriched Andean cultural landscapes, fostering intercultural dialogue, artistic innovation, and religious syncretism that transcended ethnic boundaries, linguistic affiliations, and ecological adaptations within Andean societies. Inca rulers promoted cultural pluralism, multilingual education, and inclusive development policies that respected indigenous rights, cultural diversity, and environmental stewardship within the expansive Inca Empire. The legacy of the Chimor Empire resonates in contemporary Peru and beyond, shaping cultural identity, artistic expression, and societal values that endure to this day. Artisans and artists draw inspiration from Chimor motifs and techniques, weaving ancestral symbolism into modern textiles, ceramics, and jewelry. Architectural principles seen in Chan Chan continue to inform urban planning and conservation efforts, underscoring the empire's enduring influence on sustainable development practices. In conclusion, the Chimor Empire stands as a testament to Andean resilience, creativity, and cultural dynamism, leaving an indelible mark on the historical narrative of South America. By understanding and appreciating its contributions, we enrich our appreciation for the diversity of human experience and deepen our commitment to preserving the legacy of ancient civilizations for future generations.